I started making photographs when I was in high school in the dark room, which was awesome. Felt like it was magic. I feel like I'm just old enough that was the only thing that was around at that time was just the dark room and like my Walkman, listening to Wu-Tang. It was great. And then I did a long series about black middle class portraits when I was in South Africa. That I think kind of teetered that line about, I always think about like Fanon's on black consciousness and this idea of like the black middle class is the people that essentially when the revolution happens, those are the people, the bourgeois who are going to hold you back. And kind of what does that mean? What does it signify? Am I that person? Or can I be part of the revolution? Is it happening? Has it already happened? I don't know. So I guess all those things are hopefully are like in the work. I said I started over a year ago when I lived in South Africa, and it's one of those things. Being there was like amazing, and sometimes it'd be frustrating because it was during like the shoot from Trayvon to Tamir to all these black bodies being killed by police and assassinated. I would argue assassinated by police. Eric Garner, and you felt like hopeless, and so reminded me of Kerry James Marshall's work, The Lost Boys. I felt a connection to it, and so I was like, oh, I think I'm going to use that and kind of speak to this like generation that's lost, and that's why I use like the African mask along with this painting. But I think those underpinnings of class, race, identity, and subjectivity, things I want to express are there usually in most of the bodies of work that I'm engaged with. So yeah, like I said, I sometimes I'm in these places photographing these kind of intensely bizarre sculptures. Sometimes I'm in the studio working with masks. But I think at the heart, as always, I like to be outside with the camera. Following my big portrait project, I worked on a project for about 9 months that was sans people, and it was just me with my Hasselblad, wandering around SA at the time, and it was awesome. In South Africa, there's gold and diamonds everywhere, but through apartheid, these things are like, well, this is our land. You can't own land legally. I think all the work I make is more conceptually linked than, I only do this thing or that thing. I'm interested how class and race intersect in the 21st century as it relates to subjectivity. So sometimes it may take the form of a studio-based work where I'm making things and creating things in the studio. A lot of times it may take the place of portraiture. I think the goal with any artist is to react. I can't legislate that. I just hope that you have, with any of my work, you just have some reaction. I think the goal is just to make you think, not tell you what to think. But it's that idea where it's like, you may disagree with my politics, but think about it. And maybe, the work on the wall makes you think. That's always the goal, anything I do.